So I've got Diane here today talking about your most radiant life retreat. She was a participant and attended last month, and so we're just going to give you a bit of a feel for that weekend. So, Diane, what made you want to attend the retreat?
Well, I was enticed on what a retreat was all about, anyways, and a health retreat, it was a good excuse to do something good for myself.
Were there certain things that you were trying to, or were hoping to get out of the weekend?
Get myself excited about being in the kitchen again. I eat better if I'm making the stuff myself
Right.
than getting caught up with, picking up stuff on the way home from work or just being busy during the day doing a bunch of things. It's so easy to just grab the quick fix
Exactly.
and get kind of into the habit of doing that. So if I spend some time in actually preparing some stuff in the kitchen, and I will feel better.
So, Diane, why was it important for you to come to the retreat now?
Because now I'm starting to actually feel my age, because things hurt a lot longer. And I just don't feel like activity was just normal when I was younger. It was effortless.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's becoming more effort.
Right.
And seeing the changes in my own body, despite whatever I do, I'm still going to be getting older.
Right.
But what do I want my older to look like?
Right.
Do I want my old? I don't want to get older than I have to.
Yes.
So I want to try to incorporate as many things as I can to be as vibrant as I can be.
Exactly.
Even as I'm getting older.
Right.
I don't want to be dragging
Right.
and having that be my being preoccupied with all my woes. I want to feel good and be doing some things. I want to enjoy life.
Right. Exactly. So it's about feeling good in the skin that you're in.
Yes.
And having a good quality of life.
Yes.
And that's how I look at it too. It's like in 10 and 20 years, I want to feel awesome and
Yes.
doing the things that I want to do. So that's why it's important to look after yourself in so many different ways. So you enjoyed the food and the cooking that weekend?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun doing it with other people. It's a lot easier being with a bunch of people in the kitchen, preparing stuff. You don't think about it in
Right.
the same way. Like it's effortless because you're chatting and having fun with it.
And so even women that don't enjoy cooking would enjoy
Yes.
will enjoy the retreat.
Oh, definitely. In fact,
Yes.
you want to take them all home with you. So,
Right,
yes.
that's right. And oftentimes there are wellness retreats where you're getting healthy, delicious food. But I think this is very different when you're actually able to participate.
Yes.
And you know the things that you like, and you go home with all the recipes. And after, I think, doing it hands-on, you want to go home and make those things that you really enjoy.
Yeah, because you feel like you can do it.
Right.
Where if you're just watching someone or whatever, it's really hard to remember all the stuff that they've done.
Exactly.
But I find when I do it myself, then I'm going to remember it. Or because I'm doing it with other people, I'm more paying attention to what they're doing too, because you're having fun with it, that I'm more likely to be able to recall, oh yeah, that's what that was supposed to look like, or how I was going to cut that up, or what that package looked like that I want to get from the store. Because
Right.
even the ingredients, I like looking for user-friendly ingredients in a recipe that I can
Yeah.
actually find them. I
Right.
don't need to go to some other country to get the ingredient.
Right. Yes.
So you see all the packages, you see what it looks like right from start to finish.
Right. Exactly.
And yeah, so it just makes it a lot easier to, like with the recipes now, I'm excited about doing them at home because I know what it looks like.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
a YouTube that you're in.
That's right. That's right. And did you find that the weekend went beyond the food?
Oh yeah, very much so. I was eager to go and learn stuff, but what was really neat actually was hearing everybody's stories on what brought them to the retreat and a lot of their struggles that you find out, oh my gosh, I'm thinking the same thing. was this reassurance that you're not by yourself in your thoughts and your struggles. And okay, I'm trying to do this, and I stick with this great routine for a while, and I fall off the bandwagon. You feel embarrassed about falling off the bandwagon, and maybe doing things that don't really serve you so well, only to find out everybody's doing that. People are falling off bandwagons all over the place, right? So it's like, that's not really what is so important. It's important to know that that's going to happen, and that's okay. That's just part of it. So what I found great with the retreat, that you flow from different activities. So you might be sitting at a table for a little while, you're in the kitchen doing something, you're on a comfy couch in front of a fire with candles around you, and you're learning stuff. You might be sitting like in the morning in your PJs, and you're learning stuff in your PJs. It's just a lot
with
more
your coffee overlooking the lake.
Yes. Or in the hot tub overlooking the lake, which was even better.
Yes.
So you got to, because you're in such a beautiful area, that the ambiance of it all just made it, you wanted to even learn more. And you could take it in at a more comfortable pace.
Yeah. Like you said before, you have time for reflection.
Yes. Yeah. Because you're dealing with a small group, it's more personalized. And other people in the group there's more contribution from everybody, because I think because when you're dealing with a small group of people as opposed to a large group of people, you get other people bringing in what they have learned too. And when you're comfortable, I think the flow just of information is just a lot easier for everyone. And you feel more relaxed. I didn't find my mind traveling on my to-do list for home. Because I'm sitting in this beautiful location. You just feel it, even if you're not looking at it specifically. You feel it because you're surrounded by it. So it was very much of a resort experience. So it felt like I was away from home. So it was a real treat on so many levels.
Great. And that yoga with Deirdre was just amazing, wasn't it? And the nature walk, did you?
Oh, yes. I loved all of it. Starting the morning off with the yoga, it was so beautiful because you're looking outside at the same time as doing the yoga. And how many studios have that ambiance? Not too many. And then going out for the nature walk, and that you kind of forget how much fun hiking is. And especially in the park that you took us through, because it had all those really neat sculptures, and that we had a lot of fun with the sculptures. So it was just time to kind of laugh and just enjoy being
and take it all
there.
in.
You realize through doing all these kinds of different activities, what makes you feel good at the end of the day is the variety pack. It's not just any one thing. It's having a little bit of all those things. And so it just kind of reminded me that, when I'm back home, I want to incorporate more of that on a more regular basis, not just once in a while. Because, wow, did I ever feel good by the end of the weekend?
And a lot of people might think it's just about the food. And as a nutritionist, I think people might often think, oh, she just talks about the food. But it really is food and lifestyle and mindset. And lifestyle is the activity, our sleep, the importance of quality sleep and stress management. And then the mindset is just so important. And you mentioned before about how we talked a lot about mindset that weekend, Because it's not just about giving a list or of things not to eat or even having great recipes. Those things are wonderful, but it's really about how we look at things.
Doing nutritional changes can seem so overwhelming. And what I really loved about doing the retreat, it seemed to take that overwhelming feeling out of it. You were at ease. You felt like, I can do this. So the retreat aspect gives you enough time to really reflect on what you're doing day to day.
Why someone might want to attend?
I would say, why not? Well, I think most women do. The tend to put themselves on the bottom of the list.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether you're tending to children or spouses or
Parents
spouse, I
or-
should say, or parents.
Yeah, just the one
Oh,
spouse, hopefully.
Yes. Pets, whatever your
Yeah.
responsibilities are, no matter whether you're single or married or not, you're going to have responsibilities. And we can get so caught up with that. It's hard to back off and see the importance that actually we'll get more out of our work if we back off than
Right.
keep pushing.
Yeah.
And recognize that actually I'm going to be more effective if I take this time out. Taking time out for yourself should
so
be part
important.
of
Yeah.
our regular routine.
Right.
But we tend to feel guilty about doing
Right,
that.
exactly.
So as soon as I was thinking, oh gosh, I can't go to this retreat, because I should be getting this yard work done and doing this and blah blah blah. And I'm thinking, yeah, so where do I fit in?
Right.
It's always after this is done, after that. And then the next thing you know, it's not going to happen.
You had mentioned something before about, sometimes we find excuses or reasons because we don't have the time or we don't have the money.
Yes. Yeah.
So-
Easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's hard to okay, so I'm gonna spend this time reflecting on myself and doing this treat thing to myself, and that's what we call it. We call it a treat.
Right.
I catch myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
We call it a treat.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, it's this is just part of the health regime.
Yeah.
Is self-care. So, okay, we're okay with spending money on all the other aspects in our life, but not on our self-care.
Right.
Yeah, oh wow, that's the most important thing, because without it, I can't even do those other things.
Right.
So it's kind of funny, okay, but we put it on the bottom of the list.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we feel guilty about, well, I can't spend the money on that because really I should spend the money on my vehicle or blah, blah, blah.
You said something to me before about when it's important, we find the time and we find the money.
Yes.
Right?
So I think a lot of times we keep pushing ourselves through everything until we break down. I can't go to work because I can't hardly move, or
even if even if it's not that bad, you might not notice. And I call these things put upable.
Yes.
We put up with, that slump in the afternoon or not feeling great, or maybe we put up with some bloating, or
it becomes normal.
Yeah, it becomes our norm.
I'm just tired.
Yeah, that's right.
So-
or bad moods, or there's so
Yeah.
many things, right?
Yes.
That can be affected by what we're doing, and we just don't make that connection.
I just oh well, that's just normal. Putting on weight, that's just normal. That's part
Right.
of the menopause thing.
Yeah.
I could rationalize everything. I'm not feeling as motivated to work out anymore. Now it's actually the work is the workout. And I accept it. Oh well, that's just part of getting older. Everybody else seems to be tired too. And
Right,
all that.
right.
And it wasn't until I started doing some changes that it's I actually feel better doing this. I don't have to drag myself through every single day, and I can feel energized when I wake up in the morning.
Right.
Isn't that kind of wild,
Yeah.
I thought I was just going to get old.
Yeah, right. Right.
So the retreat was a great reminder of how important it is to continue doing the self-care.
Tell your friends about it.
Yes, which I have.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Diane, for speaking with me today. And thanks so much for joining me and enjoying the retreat.
Oh, that was
Thank you.
easy.
That was the
Thank
easy
you.
part, right?